Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, and we're previewing again some pandemic projects that have come my way from viewers. And like I said, sometimes I find the projects and sometimes the projects find me. I'm going to do 2 unboxings today, so stay tuned. Don't just run away after I do this one. There's one right behind it. I got a couple of big packages in the mail today, and I told the folks that I'd be happy to service their reels. Just send them on in. And if you have a favorite reel that needs some service, or if it's broken and you can't find somebody to repair it, then please contact me by using the information on the business card that will follow the second group of reels that I will preview for you. And we'll let you know how it works out. So before we go too far, I don't have a name on this one. Interesting. I'm gonna have to go back and look up, find out who sent these to me. Before we go too far, I'm offering to repair or tune up a reel of any first responder that is currently involved in the pandemic. So if you're out there putting your life on the line, or just involved in any way in a hospital, a long-term care facility, the prison system, the EMTs, the doctors, the nurses, the orderly, cafeteria staff, administrators, if you're involved in clinics and anything that is coming in contact with this horrible virus, and you haven't had time or the expertise to tune up a reel or to repair it, I'm offering to do that for you for free. So just contact me by using the video card, the business card at the end of this video. I'll be happy to provide you the instructions and the mailing addresses and so on how to get your reel to me for service. So here's a bunch of reels that came in. I think there's 3 or 4 of them in here, judging by weight. The first one I can see. First one is an Garcia. It's a 5000C. It's missing its spool cap. You can still get spool caps out there. They range from about around $15, I think. We're going to have to go order one up for this. But other than that, this reel seems to be turning fine. And we'll see if we can't put it back together. Classic reels. They're worth spending the money to repair. Okay, the second one up then we have is, this looks like a Shimano. Yeah, Shimano 2000 Spirix. This one's got a kind of a gear or a bearing noise that usually comes from age. Not sure if there's much we can do with that. This has got the easy cast feature. I know when I show it on my videos, I always use my thumb because that's convenient. That's not the way you cast these things, because there's a pole in the way. When you go to do it, you use your forefinger, and you flip and trip at the same time as you're casting. And you wouldn't be grabbing, you'd be grabbing it like this on a pole. Use your forefinger and bring it in. We'll make sure this gets the right grease and oils. There's probably not much we can do from the actual noise itself. Next up then is Honking Beauty here. This looks like first generation. This is a 6500. It's a Spin Fisher. This one looks like it's had its share of wear. It's the version 5, the Spin Fisher 5. Of course, now it has 6. I don't know how we got wear here. This is kind of an unusual wear pattern to it. And there's a lot of sand on this reel. I'm feeling that already. One of our viewers asked me, you know, why don't they see a lot of me using an air compressor? Well, the answer's pretty simple. I don't have one. But they recommend blowing out the sand with air. What I'm going to do with this one, I'll probably do it pretty soon before I do a video on how to go tune this up to the best that we can. I like to just fill up a 3-gallon pail of water and just let it sit. A lot of times just the actual water being in there will free up a lot of the sand. But sand is the worst enemy of any fishing reel. And this one certainly has been sanded. So we'll see what we can do with that one. You'll probably never get them totally clear and clean. It's just one of those unfortunate things. Spin Fisher 5 was made in China, for those that are interested. And even though we don't have the badges on this one, the badge should be up top here. This appears to be a, 7500 SS. This is a 7500 SS. The It's a spin fisher. It was made in the US, which means it was made before 2000. This has got the typical sound of a 7500 SS. We have a broken anti-reverse override here. This one may not be repairable. We're going to have to see what we can do here. What we may be able to do, if nothing else, is to do what's right with this reel. This reel doesn't have the anti-reverse override. It's stuck as an instant anti-reverse. There's no way to override these. And if nothing else, there's a possibility that we can set this. You won't have the backspin. We got to, like this. We should be able to set it so that it's always on, if you will. And then this one has what I call the bang, the hammer gear for the bail trip. When it comes by here, it'll slam that ramp there and flip the bail. So we'll be working on those in addition to the projects, which I'm going to preview to follow. But it looks like these reels have had a hard life. Some are missing pieces and parts. Others are just full of sand. And one just looks like it's been fishing for a long time and is just kind of showing its age. So stay tuned. I'm going to preview a second box that I just received. And then as we can, I will post videos on these projects as well. Well, this is my day, so I'm going to add a third one of these, even though it's out of sequence, to the unboxing. I just got this one in, and somebody must have saw my video on jigsaw puzzles, because here's a third. This is from Bethany. A viewer just sent me a Pen 85. I just had a question about what do I think of the Pen 85s on one of my emails, and the answer is that they're good reels. They share the technology of the Long Beach and the Delmar. Internally, they're almost identical mechanically. Externally, these have, it's all about trim models. These do not have any trim, and they didn't come with the metal spools. They have a different handle. They have a smaller knobbed handle. But otherwise, mechanically, it's identical to the 285 and the Long Beach. The other ones are just different trim levels. The Delmar 285 has inner chrome rings and goes to the wider handle, and then the Long Beach series steps it up with a hardier side frame. So there you go. Well, stay tuned. We'll see one more of these. I picked up the wrong box, I guess, and that's why we'll have 3 rather than 2. But thank you for watching, and please stay tuned to see the last of the series in terms of the projects that I've worked in my shop today. Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. In case you're wondering what I'm going to be doing for my pandemic projects coming up, well, here we go again. Sometimes you can't make this stuff up. I got a box of reels in here from Bob. Bob is a channel viewer. He had called me and mentioned that he had a few reels that are in pieces and parts. He actually had these sent out to be worked on, and I guess they couldn't finish the job, and he asked me if I could put them back together. It was kind of an unfortunate situation, but I told him, sure, send them along to me. So here we go. These are projects that we're going to do, and whether we put them on tape or not, or video, is my age. I'll let you know. But I found it curious, and got a full box here, so let's start. It's my understanding that they're all kind of going to look like this. So we've got, looks like a medicine jar full of pieces and parts, bridges, side plates. This one is the, it's hard to see. Let's open it up there. This is a Pen 160. So Pen 160 is in the Beachmaster family. It's like the 155, but a shorter frame. I'll put that one aside for a moment. I think it's kind of fitting that they're wrapped in comics, because it's kind of a fun thing, huh? All right, this one's marked a 3.0, and it's similar. We've got all kinds of pieces and parts in there. Somebody had said, you can make this stuff up because all the pieces and parts were in the last one that I did. I don't know if you can make that up. This one is actually a full reel. This is the 150 Surfmaster. We just did one on the 100. This is very similar in nature. It has the Surfcaster etched side plate in this one. I'm going to assume this one's just a matter of a tune-up. That's 3. Okay, here we go. Here's 4. Oh, this is an interesting one. 4 is the 130 Sailfisher. That's kind of an odd reel, like the 99 we just did, the Silver Beach. You just didn't see a lot of these in production. Narrow frame. It's got a frame that probably fits the Pen 49 series, but a smaller diameter. Not terribly smaller, but a smaller diameter. So this one will be a fun one to kind of put back together there. Again, assuming all the pieces and parts are here. Moving right along then, we have a 49, just as I was mentioning before. That frame is kind of the same. I'm seeing that we're consistent here. We have all the pieces and parts off. And I think the reason that was is that Bob was looking to have these stripped and re-chromed. And I think the fellow that started the work was separating the chrome pieces and parts and leaving the rest in there. Unfortunately, they couldn't finish the job. And then finally, one more here. And this is a Pen 65, so this is in the Long Beach series. And same story here, we've got the spools and pieces and parts there. So for those of you that wonder what I do during the pandemic, here we go. We've got about 6 or 7 reels here, with the exception of the 150 Surfmaster. The rest of these are in pieces. And we'll take you through some of these because they are interesting reels, particularly that Surfmaster, that Sailfisher. We haven't done that one before, but I hope you stay around, you watch these. I hope during the pandemic you stay safe, stay inside, stay healthy, stay listening to the authorities. And because this is the month of May, my offer still stands. If you are a first responder, in any regard, in any capacity, if you work in a hospital, in a clinic, in a nursing home, in an old age facility, a long-term care facility, if that's the proper term or politically correct term these days. If you work in the prisons, if you're an EMT, regardless of what your responsibility is, whether it's administration or orderlies or janitorial or cafeteria workers, doesn't have to be a doctor or a nurse. You're all putting your lives on the line for it, and that's much appreciated. And to show my appreciation during the month of May, if you send me one of the reels that you don't have time or the opportunity to go tune up or repair, I am willing to do that at no charge for you. So stay tuned for these projects. They're going to be a great bunch of reels to work on. And stay tuned, and thank you for watching my channel. Please stay safe, stay responsible. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Thank you for watching.